It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's take a look at KNT Netball now. Some very close matches over the weekend, and joining me on the line to go through them all, Sally Bywater is back. Hello, Sally. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Let's have a look at these matches from last week. A couple of beauties amongst them. Bywater, they headed to Penola to take on the Eagles, and this time around it was Penola getting the job done by 7 goals.
Yeah, another great game here. We thought this would be a great nearly top-table clash with top fives in there. Penola started off well. They were 5 up at half-time, and then, not too much. Only got a couple of goals in the second half, but, it's only 2 or 3 goals a quarter they went up, and that was all that they needed to get a good win here by 7 goals, 52-45.
Yeah, impressive win, and Kybe lose top spot as a result of that. Penola tack onto the top 5, so they're right there and thereabouts again. Another big game was played at Keith indoors there. We'd expect a bit of a goal fest, and we kind of got one. The home side won by 5 in the end over Border Districts, 57-52.
Yeah, another great game. Obviously, these games inside are just that much better quality and, not having any of those elements on the outside. So we obviously see a great scoring machines here in Keith and Borders. And, Keith had the 4-goal lead at quarter time and just held on to that. So great finish by Border Districts to win the quarter by 3, but 57-52 winners Keith in a great game.
Yeah, well done to them. Now, our next game looks like a little bit of a blowout on the surface, doesn't it? Narracourt and Bordertown. Narracourt getting up by 18 goals, 57-39, but I believe you umpired this one and it was much closer than that.
It was, and obviously, when you look at that scoreline, you think 57-39, it's a bit of nearly a 20-goal margin there, but Bordertown were only 2 goals down at three-quarter time. So a 21-5 last quarter by Narracourt just showed the dominance that they could have in this grade. And they actually played very, very well in that last quarter and set up a nice win that, on paper doesn't look great, but it was a good contest.
Gee whiz, 21-5 in the last quarter. You replicate that over 4 quarters and it's a fair old thumping. But, Bordertown would have been pleased with their first 3 quarters.
Oh, absolutely. To only be 2 goals. And we thought it might have been a close game, and it was, but just that 1 quarter, and that's what it takes sometimes is 1 quarter of bad netball.
Yep. All right, let's have a look at the last game, and this one was pretty well one-way traffic. Lucendale, 48, too good for Padthaway, 19. We've got some real troubles in attack at the moment, Padthaway. Yeah,
they're just not getting those goals on the board. Just only have 2 goals in the last quarter. It's only 10-2 in the last quarter. So probably a good thing that Lucendale didn't score too many either in that last quarter to only have that margin of 48-19. But hopefully they can get some goals on the board in these next few weeks and regroup, and hopefully it might seem a better contest for them. But great effort here by Lucendale.
Yeah, they're going beautifully, Lucendale at the moment. So the ladder sees Lucendale up to 4th now, but again, it's still all over the shop due to the bye and who hasn't played and who's got games in hand. So Keith are on top, Narracourt 2nd, Kybe 3rd, Lucendale 4th, Border Districts 5th, Penola 6th. They look like the 6.
They do. They've obviously got that bit of a 2-game margin clear of 7th, 8th, 9th. So I reckon they'll be the top 6 battling it out, and only 5 can make it. So we're going to see some great games over the second half of the season, which is great to see. Yeah,
one of those very good sides is going to miss out. And who knows, Mundalla and Bordertown aren't that far away. They get a couple of wins in a row, tack back on. We could have another team or two joining that race for finals. It's a brilliant competition at the moment.
Oh, it really is. I think anyone can make it on their given day. So I think we're going to have a real fight, and I think it's great to see. It's really healthy for our competition, and any of those 8 teams can make it. So good luck to everyone.
It means there's important games every weekend, and there's a couple of absolute beauties that we've got lined up this week. In particular, looking forward to this one. Keith travelling to Bywater. There's a bit to play for both sides. Kybe were top last week. Now Keith are. So do we call it the top of the table clash?
Well, basically is, I think. Kybe really aren't that far away. They've had a great start to the season and only had the 1 loss. So, and Keith only had the 1 loss. So they're very evenly matched, and I think this will be a great game. And I'm pretty sure it'll probably a long time since Kybe's beaten Keith. They'll be really wanting to probably have a win this week, and I think they might get close to going for it. And being at Kybe, Keith's outside in the lovely weather that we'll probably have on the weekend. So close contest, and I'll in a smidgen, I'll go Keith.
All right.
This time round.
All right. Lucindale have the bye this week in the A grade, of course. Throughout the rest of the grades, they'll be playing Kingston, I believe.
That's correct.
Yep. So the other two games that I think are going to be of great importance this week at Francis, Bordertown head over head over there, and look, they're not far away. If they can put a 4-quarter effort in like the first three last week, they'll push Border Districts.
Oh, absolutely. This one can go either way. They'll have a great contest over in Francis this week, and Borders will probably be wanting to redeem their loss from last week and really getting on the board and having a good game. But Bordertown, 3 great quarters last week. Anything can happen. They can play good netball. So close contest here, and I'll say Borders in a close one.
All right. Narracourt taking on Mundalla. And look, Mundalla have got to get going shortly or they're going to get left behind. I think they're probably the best of the rest. They take on Narracourt. It should be an interesting game too for Narracourt. If they can continue on like they finished last week, then no one's going to get close to them.
That's exactly right. To finish a game like that is just phenomenal after in a 60-minute game. So I think Mundalla, they've got the potential. They can do it. They've only had the one win, but they've only had a few close games. So I think Narracourt in a close one, but Mundalla are really pushing this week.
Right. And the last match, Padthaway taking on Penola. It's at Padthaway, but be hard work for the home side here. Penola have found some form.
Oh, absolutely. Considering they started at 0-3 the start of the season, they've had 3 great wins on the trot now, and I think they'll continue that this week. But let's hope Padthaway get some goals on the board, very competitive and have a great game. But yeah, Penola will win this one.
Yeah, I think so too. There it is. That is round 7 of matches in KNT Netball. Anything else for us before we wrap up?
I'd just like to say, we've actually just been informed we're getting a Premier League game here at Keith on the 18th of June. So we've got 2 teams from Adelaide coming down to our region and from the Hospital Research Foundation Premier League. So we're really looking forward to that on the 18th of June after the long weekend. So some quality netball played here on that Saturday night.
Fantastic. We'll be talking about the long weekend, I guess, next week. But until then, look forward to it. Enjoy the weekend of netball.
Sounds great. Thank you.